Hi, I'm Jim Everett. I'm the head of Crossfire Equine Products and the inventor of Big Bite Dally Wrap. I'm here today to give you a short presentation on how to put this thing on. We get asked lots of questions about, how easy it is, how difficult it is. In fact, it's probably the easiest product on the market to put on. So bear with me. I'm going to go through this. First of all, if you use a rope keeper, you want to take that off. All right? You can put it back on after you're done, but just take it off and lay it on your seat. We're going to open the box. Inside, we have Big Bite Dally Wrap. And so what we're going to do with this is we're going to unroll it. You see this cellophane that's on it is actually useful to hold your wrap in place when you're putting on your glue. So all you got to do is find the end of it and peel it back and just start unwrapping. Now in the middle of the wrap, you're going to find the glue. And you'll want to put that up on your saddle seat as well and kind of out of the way for the moment. And here we are. It's in a light tube like that. This tube is designed, or this glue is designed to create a chemical bond between the two pieces of rubber that we're going to glue together later. So just put it up out of the way, and here we go. We're going to take the cellophane off of the wrap. All right, we're going to put it up on the seat as well. And we're going to use that later. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the ribbed end of this wrap and we're going to stick it through the gullet. And you may have to lift your saddle up a little bit to get it to go all the way through, and that's okay. We're going to pull it like that. And just keep feeding it up on there until you can get it all the way through there to where the split is. And when you get to the split, you're just going to want to put that over the top of the horn like that and pull it down. And it should look like this on the back side when you start wrapping. On the front side, you're going to want to tuck the flap under, and I'm going to pull the saddle a little bit forward and stretch it and push it up underneath your gullet. And then with your other hand, stretch the back side. I'm going to pull this just a little bit tighter. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch it. And I'm going to bring it clockwise around the saddle horn. Now, you're going to want to stretch it, not crazy stretch it, but enough to get this bell shape at the bottom where it's protecting your swells. And again, we're going to stretch it. And when you get to the ribbing, when you get to the ridges, that's kind of when you're going to want to stop stretching. You want to stretch it just enough to shape to your horn. So use your thumb, use your hand, put it through there, right? And that's about what you want it to look like. When you get to the tape, just peel the paper off. And this is, sometimes can be a little tricky, but most of the time it works just fine. Now you've got the adhesive tape that you're now going to use to hold your wrap in place. Now I'm going to stretch this way too tight, and I'm going to show you why that doesn't work. So you can see where the lines are beginning to separate on the wrap. That means you've got it too tight. Okay? That's not a big problem. If you do this, just go back, unwrap, let the wrap relax, and then just keep putting it on as you form it to your horn. And you can see this one's coming along pretty nicely. And I'm not stretching it hardly at all here. All right, then you're going to get to this flap. Now this is beveled at the end so that there's no ridge for your rope to get caught on. When you get here, just kind of hold it in place a little bit. The tape, that's what the tape is designed for. I can actually let go and it's not going to go unravel on me. And here we're going to grab our glue. So we're going to go ahead and cut the tip off of this. Be careful, don't cut your fingers. A pair of scissors actually works better. I highly recommend it if you have some handy, but most of us don't carry scissors. We're not roping, we carry knives. So I've got the tube open, and this glue, make sure you get the corners real good. Okay, I've got some, this is a gel, by the way, so it's not going to run all over the place. Alright, and then once you got the corners, just go ahead and run a bead down there. Now, put your glue aside. This is where your cellophane is going to come in handy. Alright, because you don't want to stick your fingers in there, or you're going to be sleeping with your saddle. You're going to have to cut your finger off, and neither one is a good option, so I highly recommend that. Form that there. I am going to press down with the cellophane, and I'm just going to take a wrap or two and let it dry in place, just like that. And you know, if you get any ridges on it, like this right here, that's okay. You can come back with your knife and trim that off. That's what I usually do. Some people don't bother even doing that because it's not going to go anywhere once it's glued anyway. But for neatness, you know, appearance, you might want to trim that off. So we're going to let this sit for about 2 or 3 minutes, and you'll be ready to go.